Okay, we start in the dark because you can see here the Wiko Fever 4G has a fluorescent edge, and as soon as I'm starting my lights over here, you won't see anything of that. So I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say, because first I read it has a colored edge over here, and I thought, oh great, so you have different colors, lightning for different status informations or something like that, and this is not. So this is not usual for anything, so forget about that light edge over here. This is just something for marketing reason, but nevertheless it could be interesting for you because you get 5.2-inch display for, at least in Germany, your prices of 240 euro, including tax, without any contract. So let's have a closer look, because this is full HD and especially IPS dual domain, meaning you have a good viewing angle stability. So this is of course interesting, I guess. But let's first change the background, because as you see, this here is not really very lucky with that colored background here. So let's go for some of our own backgrounds here. I've prepared something with a black background. Check this one, and this is better to be seen. Now we can go a little bit closer so that you can see for the sharpness of the display here with these tiny texts. This is okay, I'd say, because, you know, 1080 by 1920 pixels resolution, bringing 424 ppi. It's only 4% above the average, but you see, it's okay. Readability, good for that price. It's totally okay. So let me go out, because something else I wanted to show you. It's not the brightest one, as you can see here. I measured in the middle of the display a maximum brightness of 409 nits. That's 13% below the average. So it's not the brightest one, but again, for the price, I'd say it's kind of okay. Especially there are some advantages. Let's start with the camera. This is 13 megapixel photos, videos in full HD, and especially on the front side 5 megapixels, videos again in full HD, and this one here is a front flash. So videos in full HD, front flash for selfie fans. This is, I guess, kind of interesting. Of course, we have to check the quality of both front and backside camera, videos and photos, and music quality, of course. But nevertheless, it could be good. I hope so, at least. And second advantage is you can remove this one here. This is pure plastic, of course, in that price range with a leather optics metal frame around here. So this is kind of okay, but that's, I wanted to show you. You have 3 slots. This is micro SD up to 64 gigabyte. So you don't have to have the choice between whether to expand the internal memory or if you want to have dual SIM. So this is both. By the way, this is not nano SIM. Both are micro SIM. So meaning at least still nowadays usual, not the very tiny ones, but usual size. And internal memory, yeah, well, it's the first disadvantage. It's not 32 like I hoped in this price range, just 16. From that left net memory size of 8.55 gigabytes. So that's the value you should calculate with, 8.55 gigabyte internal memory. So I guess in most cases, especially with 13 megapixels camera and so on, you will have to have a SD card to expand the memory. And the second thing is, it's just, of course, it's not a, brightness has gone down, so now that's better. It's of course, not a Snapdragon 810 or something, but it's a MediaTek MT6735, meaning, well, you have 8 cores, okay, but just with 1.3 gigahertz, so that's not the highest clock rate, and especially Mali GPU, that's a graphics unit, Mali T720, that's not the most powerful one. So I guess even if it's 3 gigabyte of working memory. Nevertheless, I guess in the benchmark, we will have that in the final test, of course, like always. It won't be one of the best ones. So this is the first thing you should know. By the way, Android 5.1, not even 5.1.1, not to speak of 6. So we don't have any information at the moment concerning updates. I guess it will come someday because you can't do nowadays bring out a new phone and not update it to Android 6. So, but by the way, there's some smart gestures here. For example, you can do with that. That's for me, tap to wake, one of the best features of every phone, of course. So we have to see for that update when it will coming. I don't have any information about that, but I'm strongly guessing it will come somewhere, somehow. So, and in addition, you have, of course, like the name is telling us, 4G, 150 megabit per second, dual cell HSPA, no Wi-Fi AC, just Wi-Fi N. Okay, Bluetooth 4.0 and no NFC. But on the other hand, you have seen already the battery is fixed, is built in, and the capacity is 2,900 milliamps. For a 5.2-inch display, it's not the best one, so it's not very surprising that in the runtime test that I already did, it's not very good one, because you know, always runtime test for me means it's video playback at 200 nits only, flight mode on, and then the Fever made it up to 404 minutes, and that's 14% below the average. So if you're a heavy user, it's not the right one for you. If you're just a regular plain user, this should bring you over the day, yes, but it's a little bit tricky with 14% below the average. Could have been a little bit better with that too, especially because it's no, let's say, €100 just to have it as a second or third, or just for vacation or whatever. Well, I would have hoped for a little bit better results concerning that. So let's wait for the final test and how the processor is doing. But at the moment, I'd say it has to go down below €200 at least to get interesting with that processor and that battery runtime. So let's knock on wood at that. But I hope I could help you a little bit with a first impression of this one, the Wiko Fever 4G. Thanks. Available, by the way, available from starting right now, January 2016. Recommended retail price here in Germany, Europe is 240. The web, I found it for €230, including tax, without any contract, including guarantee, of course. So I hope with this information I could give you some first impressions. Thanks for watching and take care. Bye.